In today's video, I'm going to show you the 5 most common Airtable mistakes and exactly how to fix them, so you can stop fighting your database and start building something that actually works for you. Airtable is one of the most powerful tools for organizing just about anything, but it's also very easy to fall into patterns that slow you down and create more work over time. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Let's start with the first mistake, and it's a big one: cramming everything into a single table. I see this all the time. You open Airtable, you're excited, and you start creating one massive table with 50, 60, even 70 columns. You throw in every detail about clients, projects, tasks, deadlines, contact info, all in one place because it feels simple. But here's the problem. As you add more records, that table becomes unwieldy, slow, and incredibly difficult to filter or search. The fix is to break your data into normalized tables. In plain English, normalization means separating your data into distinct logical groups. You might create a table called clients, another called projects, and another called tasks. Then, instead of repeating the client name and address in every project row, you use the link to another record field to connect them. This field creates a relationship between tables, so you can click a link and see everything related without duplicating data. This one change will completely transform how manageable your base feels. Now, the second mistake is related to the first, and it's something I call the spreadsheet copy and paste mentality. A lot of people come to Airtable from Excel or Google Sheets, and they're used to copying and pasting the same information over and over. You might have a client email address or a product price that you manually type into every single order row, just so it shows up on a report. But Airtable is not a spreadsheet, it's a relational database. The fix here is to create a dedicated table for that core entity, your clients, your products, whatever that central piece of data is. Then, you link that record to your other tables. The beautiful thing is that when you update the information in one place, it updates everywhere instantly. No more hunting down every row to change a phone number or a price. This is the superpower of relational data. And once you feel it, you'll never want to go back. The third mistake is a subtle one, and it's creating multiple tables for the same type of data. I see people make a table for 2024 projects and another for 2025 projects, or they split clients by city, Manila clients and Cebu clients. This seems logical at first, but it's a trap. It becomes a nightmare when you need to run a report across all your data or when a client moves from one category to another. The fix is to consolidate all that information into a single table, like a table simply called projects or clients. Then, you use single select fields to categorize your records. For example, you can add a field called Year with options for 2024 and 2025, or a field called Location with options for Manila and Cebu. Once you have that, you can create different views based on filters. You can have a view that shows only 2025 projects or only Manila clients, and everybody on your team sees only what they need. You get the clarity of separate tables without the management headache. That brings us perfectly to the fourth mistake, which is ignoring custom views. So many teams share a single base, and everyone looks at the exact same grid of data. That means a project manager sees every single row, every field, every detail, even the stuff that's only relevant to the finance team. It's cluttered and it slows everyone down. The fix is to use the different view types Airtable offers: grid, Kanban, calendar, gallery. But more importantly, you need to use filters and hidden fields. You can create a view specifically for your sales team that hides all the internal notes and only shows upcoming tasks. You can create a Kanban view for your design team based on project status. Each person or team can have a saved view that greets them with exactly what's relevant to their workflow. This is the difference between a database that feels like a chore and one that feels like a tool. The fifth and final mistake ties everything together, and it's simply not leveraging the relationships you've built. Once you have normalized tables, linked records, and custom views, people sometimes forget to actually use the power of those connections. They still manually type information into linked records when they could just click and expand. Or they ignore the roll-up and lookup fields that can pull summary data from a linked record automatically. For example, if you have a projects table linked to tasks, you can use a roll-up field to count how many tasks are complete, or a lookup field to show the client name without typing it again. The real magic happens when you stop manually entering data and start letting Airtable do the heavy lifting for you. So, to recap, you've learned how to fix the 5 most common Airtable mistakes. By breaking your data into normalized tables, avoiding the copy-paste mentality, consolidating duplicate tables, Using custom views and leveraging those relationships, you'll have a base that is faster, cleaner, and actually fun to use. If you want to take it even further, start exploring Airtable's automations or interfaces to automate repetitive tasks and build dashboards for your team. Thanks so much for watching, and if you need to revisit any of these steps, feel free to save this video. And come back anytime. I'll see you in the next one.